You're already programming your success or failure every day. What if success is just your mind on autopilot? Think about it. Every belief, every fear is like an instruction you whisper repeatedly to your inner mind. Napoleon Hill taught that our subconscious is like a fertile garden, and our thoughts are the seeds we plant. In everyday words, if you spend years telling yourself, "I'm not good enough," you're watering a weed in your subconscious. But if instead you fill your mind with positive goals and affirmations, you're sowing seeds of success. Hill's idea of autosuggestion is really just another way of saying positive self-talk, repeated until it sinks in. Think of it like programming a computer. Whatever instructions you give your mind most often tend to run on autopilot. If you fail to plant desires in your subconscious mind, it will feed upon the thoughts which reach it by default. In other words, neglect creates an autopilot full of whatever random impulses drift in. Our thoughts are literally building our future. Today's neuroscience speaks the same language. Researchers describe autosuggestion as a conscious process that can literally rewire your brain. The more you repeat a belief, the more your brain starts expecting it. When people engage in self-affirmation, brain regions tied to self-worth and reward light up. In plain English, affirming yourself activates your brain's own "yes, you can" system. Napoleon Hill didn't have an MRI, but he understood the same principle, that the mind can be forced to accept and act upon intense, emotionally charged desires. So if you focus on a goal with real passion, your subconscious will eventually start driving you toward it. Of course, there's a dark flip side. Hill warned that if you fill your mind with fear, doubt, and unbelief, your subconscious will turn those into reality just as easily. An unchecked autopilot of worry can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. The good news is you can choose the program. If success can be autopilot, let's program it with the right commands. So, how do we do that? Start with what Hill himself recommended, a daily practice of positive autosuggestion. For example, I take a clear, specific goal. Say, I am confident and competent in my work. I write it down and repeat it aloud every morning and night, feeling it as I say it. Hill stressed that mere words aren't enough. Your subconscious recognizes and acts only on thoughts that are mixed with emotion. That means you must believe and feel the statement as true when you say it. I imagine myself already achieving the goal, and I let the feeling, excitement, satisfaction, wash over me as I recite it. This trains the subconscious by sending a strong signal. This is important. Make it real. Over time, these charged statements become deep-rooted beliefs, and your mind starts guiding you toward them automatically. The second key practice is vivid visualization and mental rehearsal. Hill often said we must see and feel ourselves in possession of our desires. Your brain doesn't distinguish well between an intense mental image and reality. Spend a few minutes each day vividly imagining a scene of success. Picture the details, hear the sounds, feel the emotions. For example, before a big meeting, imagine walking in confidently, speaking clearly, and feeling proud as people nod in agreement. This kind of mental movie wires the pattern into your mind. Mentally rehearsing success fixes it as a blueprint for your subconscious to follow. The third approach is to guard and reshape your mental input diet. We have absolute control over what enters our subconscious through our senses, so consciously choose that input. Listen to inspiring podcasts and upbeat music, read uplifting books or articles, and avoid doom-scrolling negative news first thing. When a stray worry or self-doubt pops up, catch it and replace it with a constructive thought or a factual reminder of something positive. For instance, if you think, "I can't do this," immediately correct it to, "I'm learning and I have succeeded before." This is like pulling weeds out of the garden before they take root. By continually feeding the mind what you want and starving it of what you don't, you reshape the autopilot to favour empowerment. These methods, daily affirmations with feeling, vivid visualization and mindful mental hygiene, are practical, actionable ways to reprogram your daily thought patterns. They're not magic tricks, they're habits. As you make them part of your routine, your subconscious mind literally changes its wiring. Remember what Hill taught. The subconscious functions continuously, whether you make any effort to influence it or not. Since it's always at work, you might as well steer it deliberately. With repetition and discipline, your new thoughts become automatic habits. In the end, you are the programmer of your own mind's autopilot. Every idea you repeat is a line of code loaded into it. As Hill puts it, everything man creates begins in the form of a thought impulse. So let's make ours count for success. By using Napoleon Hill's principles of autosuggestion, backed by modern brain science, you can shift your autopilot from default mode to guided success. The road to success isn't a mystery, it's a script you write for your mind each day. Cue your mind's autopilot to success and watch how your life follows.